Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
That son of a bitch cut me off. Every ejection handle. Eject. I'm trying. Eject, eject, eject. Watch the canopy.
Alright, welcome back, Commanders. It's me, Plagued Assassin, also known as CMDR Warrior Ethos. I'm heading into Haxelport. It is in the station system of LTT 15574. It's kind of around noob spawn, but it's my it's essentially my base of operations, my home labyrinth, my Deep Space Exploration Center. No, I'm just kidding. It's my home away from home. It's basically the very first system that I made it into to do high res extraction for the bounty hunting in the game. When this was like 2 years ago. So this is where I came to do all of that, and this is where I ranked up my Federation rank. So in whatever system, you can find a system that's your own. The reason why I chose this one is because it has multiple ringed planets for doing bounty hunting missions. The system rarely goes into war, but when they do go into war, they last a long time compared to some of the other systems where they'll go into war and then it will end within a week or so. These ones go into war and they'll stay in war for like 3 to 4 weeks and then they'll adjust out. 17 Draconis is one of the only systems that I know of that just is always in a constant state of war. Like always in a constant state of war. It's kind of ridiculous, whether it's civil war or not. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about making money. There's so many ways of making money in Elite Dangerous, from exploration to trading to mining to assassination missions to doing secret ops missions for the Federation or the Empire or the Alliance or whoever. There's other types of missions where you can go and you can just do boom deliveries. There's passenger transport missions. There's retrieval missions where you go out and you retrieve like lost items and stuff, or finding people. So we're going to talk about some of the ones that are here in Haxelport. Inside the mission board, you've got the majority of the factions in here are all Federation, and that's what I was working on. So I'm turning in an assassination mission, and I think I make roughly there we go. I make about half a million, right? So then you have these wartime surface target scans. Wartime surface target scans can range anywhere between 100,000 and 3 million, from what I've noticed out of this system alone. Basically, all you go do is you fly down and you scan like an enemy base and determine whether or not it has security. And that's basically it. If you look at the name next to the materials, it gives you one material towards your engineer, and then it gives you a +2 to rep and a +2 to influence. So it's going to increase your reputation within the Federation and with this minor faction by a medium margin. So you can get low, medium, and high reputations off of missions. These ones give medium. Now, the missions that I like doing in this system, if you look down below, you have this deliver 88 units of food cartridges, right? So if you have a ship set up for trading and you want to do this, it's one jump. Right now, my Python's not kitted out for trading. It was kitted out for doing assassination missions, and I was stacking them, and I was just basically jumping into each system, interdicting a guy, killing him, making a million, and then bouncing off. You'll also get you'll get boom data delivery missions in this port. You'll get some massacre missions. You'll get mining missions. But the ones that I like are the delivery missions, because outside of normal trading where you make a specific and wet work jobs. Wet work jobs are illegal and whatnot. But if you look, all the delivery missions are about $500,000 or more, and it's one jump away. You jump out, you make a $500,000, and you get paid as soon as you jump there. You get paid. You don't actually have to jump back. So it's just one jump away, one small jump, and then you come back. Second way of making money in the game that we're going to talk about is passenger missions. Passenger missions can range. So this one is a little over $1.5 million. It's essentially two jumps away in an average FDS ship. Okay, so all he requires is a first class cabin, and you pick him up. You jump to the station that he wants to go to. You make sure you are running like heat sinks and chaff, mostly heat sinks, so you can go silent running, and you can essentially get in there, because he's like a high value target. People are looking for him, and he doesn't like to be scanned because then you'll lose money. So you'll go silent running, you'll bring heat sinks, and you'll just jump into those stations, request to dock, go straight into silent running, fly in, dock, deliver him, and boom, you just made 1.6 million. Now, we're going to try to find one of these other passenger missions somewhere around here that they range somewhere in like the 60 to 100 million. What was I looking for? 60. Yeah, so you got like 5 million, but you want to look at these, because some of these are going to trick you. So like this one's worth like 5 mil, but you're doing multiple jumps, and some of those jumps are going to take you a while. Like, is it worth jumping around for 2.5 hours, showing these people around for 5 million, or is it worth picking up high value targets and jumping 2 jumps and turning them in? You know what I mean? You can also grab some of these $500,000 ones, and they're 1 jumps, and you jump, you turn them in. Real simple, real easy, nothing big. Another 2 million. These are the ones. That was the one that you want to watch for. It was 2 million, but you were jumping like 1,700 light years out. Here's a high one. This is the 56 million, but it's going to be. This one's kind of ridiculous. Whenever you see the 56 million marks, it's always super far away. So this one's 20 light years, or 20,000 light years away from the station that we're currently in. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to spend 2 weeks for 50 million. I can make 50 million in a day doing missions out of here. This one's 44, and it's going to essentially the same spot. So you could stack those, and you can make 100 million, but you're going to be gone for a week or a week and a half, or depending on how long you fly around and whatnot. Bounty hunting is the third way of making money in this game. You can always just jump out, go into a high-res location, kill the ships, come back, go into contracts, and click on the bounties, turn in your bounties. That's one way of doing it. The best way of making money in this game for people who are high into combat and have the ships for it are with massacre missions. Now, this is an older recording of 17 Draconis that I had showed before, where I was turning in missions and accepting missions after you become allied. So when you become allied, you can stack all of these massacre missions just like people were doing with the skimmer missions that I had showed before. You can continually stack them at 17 Draconis and go out to the conflict zones, kill a ship, and get your stuff. And you continually stack by board swapping till you get to 20. To increase your rank in any system that you go into, you're going to want to do these boom data deliveries. Every station has them in almost every single system. It's how you build your rank up. Plus you earn a little bit of cash. Nothing extremely fast, Your boom data delivery missions will like average between like 1,000 credits and 100,000 credits, but they all give medium increases. So they might not pay well, but they're going to increase the faction rank the fastest, and it's going to increase your major faction, your major power is going to increase as well. So you can go out and do those to increase your rank with all the other factions, and when you do that, you're going to be getting bigger payouts. So the pay will come sooner or later is the best way to say it. For these boom data deliveries, if you ever go to GD 215, stay away from GD 215. This Faraday orbital is like 360 something, 360,000 light seconds away from the star when you jump in. I think it's a white dwarf, and then you jump in. Fourth way of making money in this game is mining. So when you mine, you get a bunch of valuable minerals. But when you come here, these factions will drop these huge mining missions, and they take it lasts about a week. But as you can see, she has 9 missions. They're all mining missions. They were all mining missions for the exact same thing, a crystal. So you go out, you jump out to, I believe it's an ice ring, and you just start tagging it up. And you're going to get these little crystals that pop out, and they're going to refine them and turn them into a ton of cargo. Boom, a ton of whatever items you are mining. There's different things you can use when you're mining to make those missions go by faster. You always want to use the prospect limpet, so then you know what your asteroid has inside of it content-wise, and collect the limpets. They're basically these little probes that you fire out, and they go out and they pick up all the crystals that you're using while you're mining. And the prospect limpets go out and they attach themselves to an asteroid. It takes a couple seconds, they scan the asteroid, boom. Otherwise, you don't know what's inside of it when you're mining it. But I'm not going to get too much into mining. I'll do another video on mining and multiple different ways of mining, the space mining and so on and so forth. I'll do those in a separate video. But all in all, guys, the best way to make money in the game currently is by going out to any conflict zone and stacking massacre missions, going out into those conflict zones, killing the targets that are in your massacre missions, best done in a wing. And if you guys need help in doing so, you guys can shoot me an invite. I'll put my name down in the description, and you guys can shoot me a friend request and I'll accept, and we can go out and we can run missions together. You guys can also send me friend requests, and I can invite you into my private party, and we can do it that way as well. Also, to everybody who is trying to figure out how to make other ways of making money, if none of these versions excited you, there is always community goals, and they pay out really well. You just have to wait for the community goal to end, and then you get paid for it, or it's extra payment because you actually get paid for delivering the stuff that you're dropping off to certain locations, or if you're going out and doing some of the bandit rundown missions, you get paid for that as well. You can currently, there's a mission if you go out to system, it's MEENE, so Mike Echo Echo Nevada Echo, that's the system. You go out there, you land in whatever the main hub is that's there. It's something dock, and you'll instantly get a message from an engineer telling you to go out and scan some alien relics. And every time you get a correct scan, you make $1 million for a maximum of 100 million. There is some issues that are currently with that. Some of the relics won't respond if you're in solo, or if you're in private group and in open, so you kind of have to play all 3 different styles. There is security on that planet right now. I believe there is a player created faction or group security force that is protecting anybody that is out there. I'm not sure if you have to let them know on Reddit if you're going out there or not. Haven't paid too much attention, but yeah, guys, as always, this is the end of my video. As always, this is the end of my video. I hope you guys found the information that I provided helpful. I'm going to do a short video on tools that I use to help me out in Elite Dangerous in all fashions. I will make a couple other videos for you guys on how to trade, on how to mine, and some of the basics for finding your Civ War and War locations. I will go in depth into all of those. Sorry again for not releasing any videos. As I had said about a week ago, I was going to release more, but I ended up having to go in and get a tendon repaired in my right hand, which is my gaming hand, and it made it difficult for recording anything decent. Yes, but as always, Commanders, fly safe out there. It is a dangerous world in Elite, and make cash. Money go bing bing.